Welcome to Option Center. It is the weekend edition, getting a little bit done early. It's Friday after the bell. Hope everybody had a great trading week. Held in there. Some tough trading this week. We're going to go through multiple time frames on SPX, go down to ES Spy, and check out the VIX as well. We'll go, this will be a little bit longer video, so we're going to go through some in-depth stuff here, some technical analysis. And then we'll go ahead and we'll end it there for non-members. If you're a member of Patreon, which it is $5 monthly, you just go ahead and join there. I'll put the link in the description below, and we'll go through more extensive NASDAQ, small caps, Bitcoin, and then we put out videos, additional videos all the time, and we try to be really in depth with education in each of those videos as well. So enough boring stuff here. Go down in the bottom right hand corner, hit the subscribe button, and let's jump into it. Here is the SPX on the weekly. We had a I guess we consider a cloud cover or a bearish engulfing, because it does engulf the body there. Either way, it's a bear signal after hitting all-time highs. We are over the 8 MA, and we're just holding that trend line as well. So on the weekly, in the long run, the swings, I'm not too worried about at this point. We don't have a sell trigger yet. So we're over all the MAs. We have that rising pivot. We're looking good. Now, on the MACD, we have some divergence happening, but really we're still just heading sideways, just like last week's video. Also divergence in the RSI, so we're losing a little bit of strength there as we move up, so that's something just to take note of. Let's go down to the daily. Daily trend is our friend. All right, we got all sorts of wave counts. We have not hit our target. We're looking for the target of around 44.87 at 161.8 extension, Fibonacci extension. We do not have to hit that, but that is our target. Now, looking at the wave count, we are looking at wave 1 in yellow, wave 2 in yellow, and we're pushing on wave 3 right now. We will go on the ES and see what's happening a little bit on a little bit smaller time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, we're getting a little bit bearish here. We lost this bump line, which I'll take that out. Lost that bump line in the 8 MA. So for your very short-term trades, your weekly options, I'd be a little bit more bearish on those. And then just look underneath, we have the 20 MA coming up, along with this rising pivot. So that might be a good stopping point there. I did actually go long on SPY right at the end of the bell, and I'll show you why on the ES. Hope that doesn't bother anybody. We're in the trading room giving each other just a little bit of shit, because there's some very bearish people, and rightfully so in the very short term. We're trying to cross over on the MACD. I know that if we do get that crossover, we're really looking at the divergence again playing out, negative divergence, but we're making higher highs, higher lows at this point. RSI, the divergence is playing out, and maybe we'll get to this 50 line and bounce again. That's what we'll be looking for, and that might coincide with this rising pivot as well. So let's go ahead and go over to the VX. This is the VIX futures. We'll do this first. We've been keying in on this falling wedge for a long time. We have a key resistance point around this 20. So really, I'm not too worried about anything. I did put this downtrend line here, so that will give us a clue, but it also is going to coincide with this area as well. We start to get above here, and we're looking at some things happening in the market on the bearish side. So we're getting all this positive divergence, but that can last for a long time, as we've seen for some other plays. I'll just show you, for example, Penn. I put a swing on Penn, and we just keep going down, but the divergence is going up. It seems like it's never ending. Let's move over to the SPY. Okay, SPY, we just want to get a good look at this volume. We had a lot more volume in this this bearish candle here, so that's nothing unusual. But I do want to point out that on the weekly time frame, the volume is still average. Nothing crazy in this week. We're still, covering. I guess a cloud cover or engulfing candle to look at, but volume doesn't say too much, except on the daily, we're going to be looking for a follow through on that move to the downside. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty on the ES. Let's move down to the 65-minute, or else we won't be able to read anything. All right, so what's happening here? We had a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 with this ending flat, A, B, C. We to end this wave 3 that's in white, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a 5 wave here if you go down to lower time frames. So that gives us the white 3. Get that a little bit lower. So now we had a corrective week, which this is the A, B, and that was also a ending diagonal, a expanding flat, excuse me, A, B, and we're looking for 5 waves here. And so let me get a little bit closer. So we had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to end the wave 3. And now going down to wave 4, we had A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to end our wave 4. So, we're not seeing anything. We're getting a little oversold. We're not seeing a curve back in the MACD. So that was an early knife catching situation. But I did it. I know where I'm wrong. We will get out of that trade if we go underneath 43.12. We'll put our stop under there. I did not adjust the expected moves yet, but we'll go over that on the SPX on the next frame. But we had a 38.2. 38.2 pullback for wave 4 worked out perfect. With this, you go to, if you take your extent or your retracement, go on the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3. Let me say this a little bit different. You go down to the bottom of wave 3 where 2 ended, to the top of wave 3, and there's our 32. We're getting a reaction now. We'll see what happens on Sunday night through Monday morning, and see if we can get at least a good bounce there. We're never looking to hold all the way through to the upside. We're pretty short-term traders here. So, okay, and we'll end this portion of the video off with SPX on a different frame here. So we have, let's go to the daily just so we have a little bit more room to play with. Okay, so we have our options expected move. The options expected move is like a playing field for your week. You see what's happening, gives you an idea of what's going on. We had a long time consolidation sideways. We started to act like we were going down. Volatility increased, and then we started to push to the upside and broke out from the area. So we're still on a breakout. We're taking a little bit of a pullback here, but we went from, I believe, 61 points to the upside or downside last week, and this week we're looking at options market is looking at 64 points to the upside or 64 points to the downside. We didn't quite hit that downside area, so we stayed within the range. The chances are always that we're going to stay within the range. That's just normal action, but it lets us know, the options market lets us know when things are starting to break to the upside or break to the downside. You really get those moves, then we know that something else is happening, that volatility, that the options market is inefficient, and things are getting a little bit more wild, whether it be to the upside or to the downside. So right now we're just doing regular market action. we are in the near term slightly bearish, and on the long term we are still bullish. So keep that in mind. Anybody that's not a member, thanks for joining us here at Options Center, and you guys stick around for some more information.